Hello everybody and welcome back to the Iron-Gnome challenge. Ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum-bum-bum. Okay, so in this episode, we are basically going to be playing catch-up. Because I gotta tell you, it's been a little bit of a long time. We got plenty to do. As it starts raining, which I hope is not a sign of death to come. So, here's what we need to do in this episode. We are still on our quest, believe it or not, to get to max level in Iron Man Challenge. Which basically, as a refresher, if we die, we're dead. The character's deleted right then and there. So, we don't really want to die. But hey, who knows what'll happen. A quick refresher on our build. Okay, I see I need to do an update. Okay, I went ahead and got that fixed. So, a little bit of a refresher on our build, in case you forgot, which I cannot blame you if you have. We are basically all about the shared stat scaling. We want to scale as well as possible to get as many free stats as we possibly can. We want to not only be incredibly tanky, but we also want to be incredibly dangerous. So, as you can see, we have an attack power of 332, which means we do an average DPS of 23 damage per second, which is okay. And that's only with our auto attacks, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Auto attacks are basically just weaved in between abilities, so meh. We have a whopping 2,606 armor, which is reducing our physical damage by 42%. Very, very nice. And we'll get into the nitty-gritty as we go on. So, our abilities are fairly simple. We have Armored to the Teeth, which makes it so our attack rating gets higher as our armor gets higher. So not only are we getting tankier, but we're doing more damage. Dance of Death is something that I just picked up. And when it is level 3 out of 3, it is going to increase our critical strike chance by 6% while we're below 75% health. And we are going to heal on kill based on our attack power. So, already, there is a shared little skill. Deflection increases our parry chance, which basically means that we can stop an attack. It increases our stamina, which is health, and reduces our likelihood of being crit by 3%. And the capstone bonus for this is you gain damage reduction against direct damage spells equal to 33% of your parry chance. So that basically means if we have 100 parry, we're reducing spell damage by 33, right? Simple enough. Divine Strength just increases our strength by 6%, and it also makes it so 6% of our total strength is converted into additional hit rating. So we're never going, for the most part, we're never going to have to worry about missing people. Improved Devotion Aura is not only increasing how much armor we get from it, but it's also increasing how much healing we receive, which is a very big deal because we only have ourselves to heal. Iron Will converts 25% of our strength into parry chance and gives a 100% chance to gain 50% damage reduction after we deal damage with an ability called Mocking Blow, which we currently do not have, but we'll get when the time comes. At the moment, we just don't have it. So, the whole 50% damage reduction doesn't really matter right now. The main thing is 25% of our total strength converts into an additional parry chance, which also means we're taking less spell damage. I know this is really confusing, it's a lot to take in, but trust me, it's very simple. The more strength we have, the stronger we are. The more armor we have, the stronger we are. It basically boils down to that. Light's Vengeance gives us 3% parry chance, and after we parry anything, we deal an additional attack that does holy damage instead of physical. Reckoning increases our parry chance, and, you guessed it, after being hit by or avoiding any melee attack, your next 3 main hand auto attacks within 8 seconds will attack twice, which means, at best, we attack 3 times in a single swing. Very, very good, considering we need that parry chance to not only defend ourselves from melee, but to defend ourselves from spells. And Tenacity increases how much armor we receive from items, which, while not great, the capstone bonus is the main reason we have it. Your armor is increased by an amount equal to your strength. So, I know that was a lot to take in. I really... I tried to simplify it as much as possible, but I'm not the best at explaining things. But overall, that is the build. We want a lot of strength, a lot of armor, and a lot of parry. That way we can be as strong as possible. There was an event that just happened, but I'm not sure what it was. So, what we want to do in this episode, after we buff up, because I completely forgot to do that. Much better. Okay. So, now that we're buffed up, and by the way, our buffs, just very, very quickly. Power Word Fortitude gives us more health. Blessing of Kings increases all of our stats by 5%. Seal of Light makes it so every time we auto-attack, we have a chance to heal ourselves. Demon Armor increases our armor and makes it so we heal 5% more. And Ice Armor gives us armor and makes us more resistant to frost damage. It also means when any melee person hits us, they are slowed. And then Devotion Armor gives us armor as well as extra healing received. So, what I think we need to do, I want to get to level 40, and then we can leave Stranglethorn Vale. But at the moment, we're kind of just stuck here. Nothing is really worth fighting. So the place we're going to go, we're headed to the Curzons. We could head to Booty Bay. Okay, I think we may head down to the very bottom of the map. That way we can get into Booty Bay and potentially start doing quests for them. Because they have some really, really nice quests that we could do. Alternatively, we could look for a very specific dwarf who loves to hunt things, and he might be willing to give us a few quests that will help us on our way. We only need 3 levels, and then we can basically get out of here and go to a much better location. But for the moment, we are stuck in Stranglethorn. And I'm still hoping, even though I love this rain, I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't mean like, oh, this is the last episode, because like I said, well, a long time ago now, but like I mentioned, if we die, the series is over right then and there. And I literally cannot lie about when we die, because this right here, this character is permanently dead if we die to Iron Man. So there's absolutely no takebacks if we die by any means. Including fall damage, which I'm really hoping that, that doesn't happen. Okay, so on our way down, and we may as well go for the Curzons mystery quest as well, we have found some enemies that are actually worth our time. He's level 37, he's level 35, while we are level 37, so he is actually worth fighting, believe it or not. And we're gonna get a heal off him. Very nice. So, 2k XP, and we only need, 76,000 to level up, so, really not that bad. Okay, so even though they are lower level than us, I'm a little bit worried about pulling an entire group, so let's try and funnel them around this corner. Okay. Come on around. Okay, we got 2. I'm gonna put a regen on us. So we were disarmed, so that means just we're doing a bit less damage. Not terrible, pretty decent. Okay, we're gonna put a regen on ourselves a little bit early into the fight. Ow! That's the reason, because he does fire damage, and we don't have a lot of ways to prevent that damage. Even though we do have the reduced spell damage from our parry chance, spells still do a lot of damage. This has 4 more strength, which is going to make us very, very strong, so I'm actually going to put that on. Let's continue very slowly pulling these guys. We do need to be a little bit quick, though. because they are going to be respawning here soon, and we don't want to stick around when they do. Moon over the veil. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Thank you. I'll be seeing you. With how tanky we are, we're still so susceptible of just keeling over. So, our health did go down a little bit from our armor swap, but our stats, in general, has gone up. But we will. If it gets bad, I'll duck out. But for the moment, I think we should be okay. Let's put a regen on ourselves, hit him again. Once we have 5 combo points on him, I am going to take our regen from him. Very hard-earned, if you're asking me. Okay, one more hit, and then we'll take the regen. Overpowered because he dodged us. Okay, we'll take our recuperate now. Reduces attack speed with our Thunderclap. We're going to hit him again with the Sinister Strike, and then we're going to hit him again with another Thunderclap, which is going to reduce his attack speed even further. He did put a bleed on us, so we're going to throw down a regen just to counteract that. Gonna do a little bit more damage. Gonna take another recuperate. That way we can out-heal anything that he wants to do to us. He's almost down, and he's down. Nice. He was worth almost 6k XP. That was a very, very big deal. So I believe the next... Yeah, the next totem is actually under the water, which there might be some murlocs, not to mention I just hate being underwater. Not because there's anything in it, but because I just hate being underwater. It's freaky. Giant clam. We got a blue pearl from the clam. Not worth very much, but, you know, it's the adventure. Oh, there's so many murlocs. Level 36 elites. Oh my god. Okay, we can do this, right? They do physical damage, unless there's an oracle. Ah, you bet there is. Okay. We'll be alright. Let's pull them. Silence that. That way he's got to come over to us. They're hitting us through the wall. Alright. Completely fair. Okay, fine. Just phase through the wall then. Okay, even though we technically are in their territory, we're going to throw down a Thunderclap. That way we can reduce how much damage we're taking. Okay, as soon as we can throw down a Recuperate, I am absolutely going to, because we are going to need every little bit of regen that we can get. We do get the Recuperate, which means we are now healing a little bit over time. The green numbers are how much we're healing. We're going to throw down another Thunderclap. We're going to throw down another regen, just in case, because we are starting to get a little bit low. Okay, we're going to throw enough power because he did dodge us. We have a potion if need be. He just got healed in front of us, which is a really big shame. We're going to throw down both regens. I'm going to drink my potion just in case we get crit. I'm not chancing that. Almost got him. Okay, this one's down. He's completely out of line of sight. Okay, we're... I'm not letting us die to a Murloc that we literally cannot attack. However, we can attack him now. He came out of his hiding spot, and now, provided he doesn't just immediately murder us, he's doomed. Okay, we're taking as many regens as we possibly can. There we go. Jeez, Murlocs. Amazingly dangerous, all things considered. Okay, let's take this and go. Okay, alright. We might have to take the long way to get up here. Unless we can just walk up here, which it looks like we might be able to. Okay. Well, we're just going to follow this trail up as much as we can. Okay, 34. That's not too bad. Oh, let's back up before he pulls more. Okay, we did actually manage to back up, so that other hunter is not aggroed on us, amazingly. Okay, because we killed the master, the beast went with him. This cave isn't as good as ours, so we are going to go ahead and move in. When we have charge, we're going to go for the other one. So we have to fight through this entire little zone in order to get to this tablet, which is less than ideal. But you know what? We do what we gotta do in order to level up our little gnome. Nope, nope, no, no. Okay, that sucks. That's something we do not want to happen the further in we go, because if a boss is pulled, we're dead. So, we're definitely gonna see. I am certainly hoping and optimistic that all goes according to plan. But, I was thinking we would pull at least 4, so actually pulling 2 is, pretty good. I'm actually quite happy with that. The instant we get our tablet, we could just leave. So, we just need to get the tablet, and then we're good to go. There we go. See if we can't sneak by. This one is absolutely going to fight us. Yep. Let's pull into this one. Which I know looks a little bit scary, but it's for the best so that we don't pull an entire group. Instead, we're just pulling these 2 alone. Okay, he's down. We do get a little bit of a heal. That heal is already doing so much for us. Okay, one more hit. We're going to slow him down because he's about to run. We're going to take the recuperate off of him, which is the heal over time. Please go down. Thank you. There. That witch doctor could be a problem. Let's pull 2 at a time. Okay, we did pull 2. Okay. Let's do a little bit more damage. We're going to take our recuperate. We're going to stomp. That way he isn't able to get away very easily. We're going to chase after him. He goes down. Now we're going for this one. Going to stomp, reduce his attack speed. We are going to hit him with the Sinister Strike, which means he's going to take a little bit more damage. Sinister Strike. He is down. No good guns. Okay. Now it's time for the Witch Doctor. Multiple Witch Doctors, in fact. Please only pull 1. Okay, we didn't pull the other Witch Doctor, so that is perfectly fine with me. Witch Doctors are really squishy, but they have a lot of healing, which is a problem, especially if you pull them in a group, because if they're healing like the entire party, well, that's more time you're spending in a fight, which is more time you are potentially dying. We're going to take the regen off of him and then finish him off. We're going to charge this one so that he's a little bit stunned while we can do just a tiny bit of free damage. We're going to slow him down, hit him with the Sinister Strike, hit him with the auto attacks. We are doing quite a bit of damage. He tries to do a healing ward. He's... Okay, we're going to use our gnome racial to chase him down before he pulls out the entire group. He only got to 1 guy, luckily enough for us. Whew. I know it's a lot to keep track of, but basically, we hit stuff, they die. He is down. We only have 1 more tablet to go. And, of course, as we pick it up, there is another enemy who stands in our way. So, we need to head towards the boss of this little group. And unfortunately, we are going to have to fight him. So I did get this, right? Yeah. Okay, so we need to head right over there, which is, fantastic. So, actually, there he is right there. Gonzula! Let's see, maybe we can pull the Witch Doctor? Okay. I would also like to pull this guy. Yes. Okay, both of you come with me. Okay, he put down a healing ward. Let's go ahead and kill that so that they are not able to heal very much. Okay, we're able to finish him off with our stomp. Luckily, he wasn't able to get away because if he pulls the boss before we're ready for him, well, that's just going to be a little bit of a shame. We did just pick up some blue pants. Ah, I felt something on my toe. I hate that. Okay. 19 strength. This gives plus 11 strength and 40 more armor. Okay. And then a ring, which does absolutely nothing for us. So, our attack power, just to put it in perspective, is now 390. Yep. Pretty good. Okay, And now, here stands the boss. These boots are really, really nice for us, so we're going to go ahead and put those on, and let's charge in. Reduce his attack speed straight away, because he is the boss of this area, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage. So, we just want to try and reduce that as much as possible. He is enraged, so that means he does a little bit more damage, and he has a bit more crit chance. Luckily for us, he is already down. Very nice. Whew. Okay, so where's his thingy? His little tablet is not even with him. It's over this way. Where is his tablet? Is it on the other side of the wall? Do we not even have to fight him? We are super, super strong at the moment. I am like, I'm way too worried for our safety when in reality, we're just doing fine. Now, when we hit level 40 is when we get another huge boost to our combat effectiveness. Maybe we can get it before they see us? My inventory is full. Get rid of the fish. There we go. Okay. You know what? Let's just leave. Okay, is there anything else we need? Where does my Hearthstone? Okay, our Hearthstone takes us back to Stormwind City, so I'm gonna Hearth back and then fly back. And like that, we have flown back. So, let's go ahead and turn in, shall we? 39! We are almost done. Bring 4 Skull Splitter finishes.
Safe travels.
Back. So, where's that? While I study those legends you acquired, gather for me implements of evil troll magic. Enter the territory of the Skull Splitter Trolls. A second tribe to the distant south. We'll find them from witch doctors and mystics. Okay, so, while we're headed down to Booty Bay to deliver this crockpot, we could potentially stop by and do that. However, I'm thinking once we get to Booty Bay, at that point we're going to hit 40 and we'll be able to move on. So, I think that's what we're gonna do. One of the abilities that I'm really, really interested in is Vitality, which we don't get until we're level 45, so a little bit away, but increases your total strength by 1%, up to 3%, increases your stamina by 2% up to 6%, and increases your expertise by up to 3. Expertise basically makes it so you can hit people even if they have a lot of dodge, parry, block, stuff of that nature. So overall, vitality, very, very big deal. Now, strength of arms, likewise, is also very important. Increases your strength by up to 4%, stamina by up to 2%, and expertise by up to 2%. So those together, that is a lot of stats, which we desperately need. We need all of the talents that give us as much value as physically possible, because less value equals less life. Welcome, my friends, to the wonderful Portside Town. Oh, someone's dead here. The wonderful Portside Town of Booty Bay. Isn't it lovely? I forgot how low our camera is to the ground because we're a gnome, but you know what? That's okay. Isn't it just a beautiful sight? Ah. Well, onwards, we have a quest to turn in. Hup. Okay, so, the quest we are turning in is a little bit over, kind of in that area. Yeah, this is not a bad town, but some would say it's not a good town either. Oh, there's a level 70 dwarf here, so I mean, if nothing else, he'll protect us, right? Probably not. This is sort of the town of all the outcasts of the world. You got the people who sell less than desirable goods. You got the people who got the guns, you know. It's just sort of a town of pirates, if you really think about it. Now, there is a quite nice little spot that we could stay, but let's go ahead and turn in, huh? That didn't give us nearly enough. Alright, this is the way we were supposed to go in order to get our flight point. There's basically two inns. There's the Alliance Inn, which we're gnomes, so we're part of the Alliance. And, of course, there's the Horde Gnome. Horde Flight Point, not the Horde Gnome. And, of course, we were in the Horde Inn. But we don't have PvP on, so... Plus, this is a sanctuary, so it doesn't matter anyway. So, there's a quest giver. I believe he's right in this building that we just landed on. Hello.
Can I help you?
Okay. Apparently he does not have a quest. Okay, so we're looking... There's a quest here that gives a ton of XP. Check the cove north of Buddha Bay. Okay, we can do that. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a risky one, but here we go. You know, I just saw how many mages we pulled. I am suddenly very nervous about this. This might have been a very bad mistake. Let's try and take out one of the guys. Okay, we do take one out. That does give us a heal. We are going to attempt to get as much healing as possible. We're going to put a regen on ourselves. Hopefully we can touch our cop very relatively soon. We do get a really, really nice heal. We're going to take as much regen from him as we possibly can. He's down. We're going to go for another hit. Okay, you know what? This little talent of ours is so good. Who would have guessed, like, who would have guessed, like, an extra... Oh. There we go. Who would have guessed an extra, like, 300 healing on kill would actually make a ginormous difference, especially with how much regen we're already getting? Pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised. Ooh, what's this? Not great. It has more armor, but it has stats that we really do not care about, so, nah. Okay, this might level us. It did not. Report your findings to first mate. Okay. Hey, it did level us up. Okay. So, now that we're level 40, we can finally go to a new area. Wow, look at those pants. Okay. And not only that, you remember that thing I was saying I wanted? Strength of arms? We finally get it. So, at the moment, we're doing 400... We have 418 melee attack power, which means 29.9 damage per second. And after we get strength of arms, boop, and boop, we now have 434, 31 damage per second. And our health went up a decent amount. We also have 2 expertise, which, while not a lot, does make it easier to hit stuff as we keep going, especially when combined with our additional hit rating from our talent that converts strength into accuracy. So, all in all, very, very, very nice. I realize not all of it sounds incredible, and I fully understand that, but how about this? I have another plan. We need more armor, so let's get Mark of the Wild. Did not add to our bar, but let's go ahead and do that. So, at the moment, it only gives us 20 armor, but if we head back to Stormwind and level up all of our abilities, we now get, after we fully buff, let's go through the little ceremony. Fortitude, more health. Blessings of Kings, more stats. Mark of the Wild, which is more armor, and we're more resistant against elemental attacks. Very, very, very nice. Devotion Aura. Seal of Light, which is our heal on hit. Demon Armor and Ice Armor. That takes our entire mana bar to do that, but we now deal a whopping 455 melee attack power with 32.5 damage per second. We also take 45.55% reduced physical damage. Super nice. Now, I can't tell you exactly how much reduced elemental damage we take, but to put it, long story short, we'll sum it up. We'll say we take 4% reduced from all elements. We'll just keep it simple and say that. So, all in all, we are super, super tanky. I am really happy with how we're looking. But what we need to do now is, now that we're level 40, we need to head... I see a death pile is forming. We need to head to the new area where we are going to be leveling. And this, I believe, is called Airy Peaks. It's all about the dwarves and griffins, so yeah, that'll be exciting. The dwarves and the gnomes get along pretty good, so if anything, they will accept us with open arms. Oh, the hinterlands is 45. That kind of kills my plan. The hinterlands is where I was going to go. I thought it was Airy Peaks. That's my bad. Okay, well, in that case, Feralis. Feralis could be really, really good. And then... Felwood is 48. Okay. So we might be heading to Feralis. Which, in order to get there, we approach the docks, which will lead us to our new journey. On a completely new continent. A continent that, for all intents and purposes, has a lot more trees and a lot more hippies. But this continent will do us well. It will help us to everything that we need to do. Aberdeen, is that where we're headed? I believe it is. There's normally a boat that's supposed to come through here, but it might be bugged. Not that boat. That's not the right boat. Hello.
What brings you here?
Okay, apparently the boat isn't working, so we're just gonna take the teleport. Nice. Okay, well, I mean that... Wait, there's the boat? What? Fine, alright. I didn't want to take that boat anyway. Oh, that guy's gonna be late for the boat if he doesn't hurry up. And he missed the boat. Poor guy. I have done that way too many times. You know what we should have done, actually? Now that I'm thinking about it? We should have gone and gotten our mount. I don't know if 20 gold would actually be enough, but on the way walking over here, we got a little cat. So, why don't we summon him? Look at him. He's smaller than me. He's a little skittish. What should we name our new cat? Huh. We should name him something. By the way, I don't think I mentioned this yet, but I absolutely was going to name this character Sally. You know, the one in the bottom right corner, right there. You know, the channel mascot. I was absolutely going to name her Sally, but the name was taken on the server. So, unfortunately, that is why she just kind of has a random name, rather than, you know, the name Sally. Now, I could have tried to do something like, Saallyy, but, I decided to just go random instead of having, like, a really weird version of her name, which I guess technically I should have just gone for the weird version, but all in all, it's Sally in spirit. If she was a gnome, and also an Iron-Gnome. So basically, what we're doing now, because I'm trying to keep you guys up to speed, because I know we're kind of moving all over the place. It's a little bit hard to keep track. I'm fully aware of that. But what we're doing now is we're heading to that area that I was just looking at on the map, which is level 40 to 50. So it's going to help us out. We're going to head there, get as many quests as we possibly can, and hopefully not die. Now, we are extremely strong, and our little cat, as tiny as he is following along. But all in all, we are super, super strong right now. especially in terms of regen. We have so much regen power thanks to Demon Armor, which is boosting our healing by 5%, and then Devotion Aura, which is boosting our healing by 3%. And then, of course, we have Renew, which is healing us for a bit of health over 15 seconds. We have Recuperate, which heals us based on how many combo points we have on someone, which we get from Sinister Strike. Every time we hit someone with Sinister Strike, we get a combo point. But when they die, we lose all the combo points, so that's why I've been saying that we should use Recuperate before they die, because if they die, we lose it anyway. And then, of course, we get the on-kill healing, and the healing from our potions, of which we only have 2. They're more of an emergency pop, but it's a little bit important that we have some form of emergency healing. I'm a little bit that we don't have any just solid healing, but at the same time, the amount of regen we have has been super, super solid, so I'm actually really happy with how this build is turning out. And what I want to get next, the talent I'm going to get as soon as we can, is to be Ardent Defender. So at level 43, we will have the capstone for this, which is, capstone, quote, quote. But while below 35% health, all damage taken is reduced by up to 6%. Very useful. In addition, you have a up to 100% chance to fully absorb an attack that would kill you. And up to a maximum of 15% of your health, which is amped by our healing received buffs, just saying, will be restored to you. So, when we die, we will trigger that ability, and we will heal 15% of our max health, amped by the 8% we have from Devotion Aura and Demon Armor. And then it goes on a 10-minute cooldown. So, very, very useful, but that is 10 IRL minutes, which is a very, very long time. But at the very least, it does give us a second chance if we run into something super, super dangerous that actually kills us. That will be so good, especially with all of our regens. Even if we do die, that not only will restore some of our health, but it also gives us time to restore more of our health with the regens, with Seal of Light, with Recuperate, and if we get a kill, we'll also be restoring some health. So, I'm pretty sure at this point, the build is basically fully together. It still has a little bit of ways to go, but I'd say after Ardent Defender, what we really need to worry about is more damage. Like, we're doing a lot of damage, but we need to be doing more, because our survivability has capped out by the time we get Ardent Defender. So, that's what we need to do next, and I'm thinking what we can do... The rain stopped. Ooh, you know what? Cruelty could be something really, really good. So, it increases our critical strike chance by 5% at max, and increases our strength by 5% at max. And the capstone bonus doesn't really matter to us, but, that could be really, really good. Likewise, Enrage increases our damage by up to 10%, and our melee haste, which is attack speed, by up to 10%. So many good things. There's something I remember seeing, and I'm not finding it, but it was super, 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 super good. Here it is. Jeez, that took me forever to find. That took so long to find. Okay. So, increases your chance to get a critical strike with all spells and attacks by up to 5%. Capstone bonus. That means when we have all 5. With the final rank of this talent, your spell critical strike rating is increased by 30% of your strength. Could be an interesting one. We don't really use spells, though, so... I think we might just go for Cruelty. The extra 5% strength converts into so many valuable stats for us. Not to mention, it also gives 5% crit chance. Decisions. I really do not know. There's a lot we could do. Obviously, the more strength we can get, the more just overall scaling we can get. So if something gives strength, that's kind of a priority pick. Overall damage would be good. I mean, melee haste would be good. Oh, there's so much to keep track of. Our character just needs so much love. Also, sorry, like 90% of this video is basically just me talking. It's been a while, and I can't help but feel like there needs to be a little bit of catching up, so I apologize for how much I've just been rambling, but I'm kind of just trying to think out my thought process as it's going, especially because since it has been so long, a lot of my plans that I had are a little bit fuzzy. Not gone, but a little bit fuzzy. So it's a good thing we got as far as we did, because the character was basically already set up for all of this. So now I'm basically just putting together the rest of the puzzle. However, if you guys have any experience with Ascension, feel free to let me know. I will more than happily take your guys' suggestions. Like, if you're like, oh, well, you should get a poison and then use the poisoner ability talent, which gives you like 5% increased physical damage and also 5% increased nature damage for your poisons. It's really good. Like, anything like that, just let me know, and I will be open to the idea. Okay, we have basically made it halfway to where we're going, which, of course, is Feralis, so still got quite a ways to go. Our cat has fallen behind, but he will catch up in time. I believe there's a flight point right around this corner that we completely ran around. There most certainly is. There it is. I don't know why it's not marked on the map. Oh, that helps a lot. Okay. So, I believe that is going to do it for this episode. Sorry it was a little bit uneventful, but it was some very, very much needed catch-up. So, we're back on track, we know what we're doing, and now we can rest easy knowing that there is much more gnome to come. By the way, look, our cat caught up. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Iron-Gnome, even though it was a little bit on the short side. We are wearing a disgusting combination of armor. There is absolutely no matching colors, even slightly. Ugh. But what does matter is we made it through another episode. Now, even though progress was slow, we're right back on track. And so, in the next one, we are absolutely going to be gunning it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and let me know what we should name our little cat over there. And I will see you guys in the next one.